Hi there, I'm Brent Calmer. Welcome to my channel and to Scents with Brent, where the goal is to help you appreciate even more the scents you love by understanding a little bit more about what goes into them. And in this episode, we'll be taking on one of the perfume world's more mysterious notes, which is vetiver. Let's get going. Now, vetiver is kind of a paradox. It's both mysterious and comforting at the same time. It has an earthy, smoky, sometimes sweet, invigorating scent that comes from the roots of a perennial grass that is similar morphologically to lemongrass and citronella. The word vetiver actually comes from a Tamil word meaning root that is dug up, and that's how the essential oil is produced. The roots of this grass are dug up, it's washed, shade dried, and then the essential oil is steam distilled. Now, the major producers of vetiver essential oil are India, Indonesia, Haiti, and Réunion. And the essential oil from Haiti tends to have an interesting citrus aspect that's highly prized. And Réunion tends toward the kind of more bourbon sweet variety. In aromatherapy, vetiver is famous for its grounding and refreshing properties. And in fact, there is some data that is suggestive of this. A small animal study that was published in the Journal of Intercultural Ethnopharmacology found that vetiver essential oil, the inhalation of it, did have some effect on electrical brain activity to the extent of making the brain somewhat more refreshed and alert. In paganism, vetiver is associated with the planet Venus, with the element of earth, and it is believed to be associated with protection and wealth. Probably the highest praise for vetiver comes from the Hindu holy scripture, the Bhagavad Gita, in which Lord Krishna identifies himself with the, quote, fragrance of the soil. Now, this is widely believed to be referring to vetiver. Now, in the next section, we'll talk scents, but first, if you've enjoyed this video so far, I would really be grateful to have you as a subscriber. In perfumery, vetiver occurs most often as a base note. Its low volatility makes it an ideal fixative, and so it's widely used in fragrances such as fougères, chypres, woody ambers, and woody aldehydes. Now, without question, the most famous vetiver perfume is Guerlain's Vetiver. This was created by Jean-Paul Guerlain. It was released in 1956. It's a sophisticated scent, so it has a top note of citrus, which is really an accord of bergamot, lemon, and orange. It has a middle note of nutmeg and pepper, and a base of vetiver, tonka bean, and tobacco. Now, the formula for this has changed somewhat through the years and thinned a bit, but perfume authority Luca Turin calls this one still the, quote, reference vetiver. And now for the brief science geek-out portion of the program. Now, one of the prominent ingredients in many vetiver fragrances is what's called Vetiveryl acetate. And this is created when the alcohols that are present in vetiver essential oil are what's called acetylized. That removes, according to Well, the venerable perfume supplier, some of the harshness and smoky notes that are sometimes present in the natural oil. Guerlain of eccentric molecules did for vetiveryl acetate in molecule 03 what he did for isoe super in molecule 01. So if you're interested in the take on vetiveryl acetate, which is a sweet, dry, woody, very beautiful scent, check out molecule 03. Now, next up, some of my perfume picks for vetiver. There are many excellent vetiver fragrances out there, so the challenge really isn't finding one, it's choosing among them. I'll give you three of my picks. My first pick is Creed's original vetiver. This is a unique scent in that, according to Creed, the formula uses all parts of the vetiver plant, including the grass. It has a top note of bergamot and ginger, a middle of Haitian vetiver, and a base of ambergris and musk. It's an absolutely stunning scent. It's also extremely expensive, so there's that. But the quality can't be denied. Now, my absolute favorite vetiver is Frédéric Malle's Vetiver Extraordinaire, created by the great Dominique Ropion. It's unique in that it overdoses the vetiver. So according to the website, it uses almost 3 times the normal amount of vetiver, and it comes through in the formula. It also uses some of the other notes, not just to complement the vetiver, but to bring out different aspects of it. Those other notes including things like bergamot, cedar sandalwood, oak moss, and myrrh. And it has an additional note, which is fascinating. It's a pencil shavings or kind of graphite note. Those of us who are familiar, old enough to remember sharpening pencils, will certainly resonate with that one. But if you want a powerful, elegant, refined vetiver, Frédéric Malle's Vetiver Extraordinaire is for you. My third pick comes from the world of natural perfumery, and this is Abel Odor's White Vetiver. This is a more tropical take on vetiver. It has a stunning top note of a creamy mint and lime, a middle of Haitian vetiver, and a base of ambergris and vanilla. This one is well worth checking out if you are into natural perfumery, or even if you're not, because it's stunning in its own right. So those are my three picks: Creed's Original Vetiver, Frédéric Malle's Vetiver Extraordinaire, Abel Odor's White Vetiver. And now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite vetiver? Please leave a comment if you like. Ask a question, I'll do my best to answer. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you with me. And thanks again for watching. See you next time.